What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James, ThnxCya, and welcome back today to Roblox. How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today, of course, it is time once again for some brand new Bee Swarm Simulator. And this one, we are taking a look at some more extra information, new stuff, new updates, Egg Hunt 2020, and oh my goodness, we've got some really weird stuff to look at today. So yeah, 3, 2, 1. We may claim the hive later. We might do, who knows? How are we all doing, by the way? Are you guys amazing? I hope so. So anyway, today's episode, I have like a bunch of other stuff that we didn't get to cover in yesterday's episode. In case you missed that, by the way, we looked at the brand new Mythic Fuzzy Bee, which is one of the coolest bees I've seen in so long. And yeah, we also looked at the new Supreme Star Amulet. So I'll link that in the description just in case you missed it. Make sure you go and check it out. And someone was barking as I was trying to talk. This is Evie, by the way. This is my little dog. She's a good girl. Oh, what a life. Yeah, we actually managed to get, I think, 3,700 likes on... Am I boring you again? Unbelievable. Do you see what I have to deal with on a daily basis? So yeah, we actually managed to get, I think, 3,700 likes as of right this moment. So thank you so much. It's amazing to see that you guys are hyped. I'm hyped. I'm so hyped. Egg Hunt comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow, sweetheart. Egg Hunt 2020. Oh. And yeah, it's going to be good times. So if we could try and get 3,000 again this episode, that would be incredible. Are you ready, little Evie, to get stuck into the Bee Swarm Simulator stuff? Why'd you always lick my face? Here's a good girl. Okay, let me put you back down. Hang on. You ready? Woo! So yeah, as I just mentioned, Egg Hunt comes out tomorrow, which is the 7th of April 2020. So it's kind of funny, I think about 3 or 4 days ago, every single design for the actual Egg Hunt games did get leaked. So I think this might have been a mistake with Roblox, basically. But just in case you missed it, this is what the Bee Swarm egg is going to look like. So this is, of course, courtesy of the one, the only Bee Swarm Simulator leaks. And yeah, this thing is cool, man. It kind of just looks like a beehive. It's got a hole in the middle where the bees go in and out, and there's got a little black star on the top of it. So from what we can tell so far, this is the egg which people are going to try and get for Bee Swarm. Now, of course, there are a bunch of other eggs here in Egg Hunt 2020. And as for how we're going to do Egg Hunt on the channel, obviously there's going to be a lot of Bee Swarm. But I haven't decided yet. I've never actually done a year where I've got every single egg. And I'm kind of wondering, would it be a good time to do it now? I don't know. Maybe do a tutorial on how to get every single egg? We'll see. We'll figure it out. Anyway, in terms of actual Bee Swarm content for Egg Hunt 2020, I think we mentioned this last episode, but basically just to go over it really quickly, there's going to be a small Egg Hunt 2020 update to Bee Swarm, which is going to include the quest to actually get the egg. And then maybe a little bit later on in the week, in the month even. Later on in the week would be amazing, but it's probably going to be later on in the month. Onnit is then going to release a lot more stuff, which isn't necessarily for the Egg Hunt, but it's just new content that he's planning for the game. So in terms of how Egg Hunt 2020 works, I'll do an official guide when the event drops tomorrow. But to give you a little bit of a sneak peek, and I think this is still here. Hopefully it is. If not, I do have some pictures. Okay. So the stuff that I was planning on showing you just now, it appears that it's already been removed from the test realm. So that's both good and bad news. It's bad news because 1, we can't actually see it in this episode, although 2, it's actually good news because it means the first time we get to see that and experience that is going to be when the game updates. So, further good news, I do actually have some screenshots of stuff from the test realm yesterday. So in case you do want to see it and you want to get a little sneak peek teaser as to what to expect, I do have some screenshots. So yeah, the reason why I came to the what fruit is this? Pineapple. I come to the pineapple shop is because located behind the Pro Bear here, there's a little maze and there's some free items and stuff. It's always been there since forever, but there was an egg. And I think it was called the spotted egg, and this was actually spawning inside of this location. So in terms of Egg Hunt 2020, from what I can tell so far, it's kind of based around eggs and chicks. And there is going to be a quest line, and it is highly rumored that Sunbear is going to be returning. He's going to be giving the quest line, and it's something to do with locating these eggs, and then also potentially fighting these mini boss chicks. which sounds madness, but it looks really cool. Now, there was also, and there is also, going to be a brand new area to the map, which I think was introduced, but very, very quickly covered back up by Onnit. So I'm guessing, like, when he actually tested all of this stuff, I think the testing must have gone well. So maybe that's the reason why it's actually been removed. Do you guys want to see some of the chicks? I got some little pictures here. So let's start with this one. This one here, if I could pop this up myself. These are all from Bee Swarm Simulator links again. So yeah, thank you very much, my dude. But this thing is just, I mean, look at it. Look at it. This is the commando chick. And this is, it's like a little chicken and egg. It's so cool. So yeah, remember the name Commando. This is also a really interesting feature, which I'm not 1,000,000% sure what the actual purpose of it is just yet. But yeah, this is the Commando chick. So this is going to be something which you can fight at some point, I think. And then there was another one which was discovered late last night, which I think is like the big version, I guess, and this one is called the Mondo chick. So from what it seems, this guy was spawning in the mountaintop field, and it's basically just like a huge chick in an egg with legs, and the actual process behind this, I'm not too sure just yet, and potentially the way that these are actually obtained and their spawn locations and stuff could very well change when the update actually comes out tomorrow. So I don't want to go like too much into it. I do want it to be like a little bit of a surprise. I think it's going to be a really, really cool event. But yeah, this is just madness. I wasn't expecting like walking chicks in eggs with legs. But it sounds amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. Now, do you guys remember when I just mentioned the word commando? Now, this is really, really strange, and I don't exactly know the thought process behind this just yet, but apparently, now I actually missed this myself, but when the test realm was introduced yesterday and updated, there was a brand new area which was located to the left here of the wealth clock. So if you guys remember in the previous update, there was actually a location there which was basically like a little sort of set of steps where you couldn't fall in the middle, but then that had a present location in it for the Christmas update. Well, that got changed and it got removed when the Christmas update ended, but from what it seems like, this is probably going to open up again in a completely new location. You can see here, this picture, there are like some vines across the front, which it seems like you have to try and cut in order to actually get through. So what that room is going to be just yet, no one is really too sure because it was never actually introduced. But this is really weird. Like, this is probably the best way that I can show you guys, and it's not exactly ideal. Yeah, can you see the room behind there? There is a room. There is a brand new room which is located behind there, and it does contain or will contain something to do with new content. Now, the only little clue that we've got right now is, courtesy of Bee Swarm Sim Leaks once again, some pictures. This is like a bunch of people just on top of the room, so I guess, you know, jump off the very top of the building. I mean, we could technically do that, but oh, can we actually? Let me try it. Hang on, bear with. Yeah, you see, my character is just like not very good in the test realms, so like, you know, getting up to the tops of areas and stuff, you know, it's really hard to actually jump up there. I mean, I guess this is probably the best view we're gonna get. There you go, look at that. Perfect, kind of. Can we get on top of, actually, can we get on top of you? No, probably not. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We can actually see that there is a room located at the back there, and this is going to have like the walkway, which is now closed off, and there is something inside. Now, the only clue that we've got is I believe some people were able to actually get inside it yesterday, and if you actually have a little look at this picture, there is nothing inside right now apart from a leaderboard. Everything is on 0, but if you actually try and read what the leaderboard says, it says most commando captures. So that's the only clue that we've got. And obviously the only thing that relates to is like the little chick. So I think maybe the most amount of times, like maybe it's not just a one-time encounter. Maybe you'll have like all of these random chicks. Maybe they're all classed as like commando chicks. I'm not too sure. And maybe there's going to be a leaderboard for whoever's managed to catch the most chicks. I don't know 100% if the commando stuff like 100% relates to the egg hunt stuff or vice versa. But that could potentially be a really, really cool little feature. Maybe there might be special rewards. Maybe there's going to be an NPC inside there. Maybe it's going to look different. Who knows? We don't know just yet. But I mean, we're going to find out tomorrow, so it's going to be really, really cool. But yeah, commandos, chicks, all that good stuff. Egg Hunt 2020 tomorrow. Fancy beehive egg. I think it's going to be amazing. Very excited. Okay, so in today's episode as well, like I kind of wanted to talk about this in a little bit more detail, and I feel like it's something which we kind of like loosely talked about in last episode, but we didn't really get like too far into it. And I actually think potentially this could be really, really huge for Bee Swarm, because Onnit has like redesigned the whole flower system. So is it going to change like a huge amount? At this point, no one really actually knows. But as you can see here in the test realm, is when you actually look at the fields, although the fields are still all the same colors, they look different. Now, we had like a little clue maybe about a week ago where the decal for the like gifted white flower was like leaked. But we can actually see here, if we take a look at this picture, you can see that there's variants of all different types of flowers, from the red to the blue to the white, including a gifted variety of all of those flowers. So this potentially means that, and from what it seems like anyway, Onnit is actively trying to change the way that the actual fields operate to try and gain like maybe a little bit more balance and a little bit more improvement to certain bees, and also how those bees interact with the fields and vice versa. So it's kind of cool actually. So for example, we looked at the fuzzy bee yesterday. If you want to see like way more details about the fuzzy bee, make sure you go and check out yesterday's video. But the fuzzy bee is kind of, it has certain abilities which are all to do with the way that it interacts with regeneration. So I think like a combination of the flowers, the amount of pollen that they give, the amount of bees you've got, what those bees do, and now the gifted variants of those flowers in certain fields, potentially this is going to mean the fields might actually be even better than they previously were before. Who knows? I feel like that's going to be a testing feature. But you can see here, for example, it now looks really different in that the mountaintop field is a cluster of 3 small flowers. But there's a lot of them. Like every single one is either a 3 in a red or a blue. So if you go down to, for example, the pineapple patch here, you've got a mixtures of 1s, 2s, and 3s. If we go over to the stump field here, you can see that this is all a mixture of 3s of all 3 different colors. Now, from what I can tell, I can't get into the coconut and the pepper patch just yet on this account. But if I remember correctly, hang on. Yeah, there we go. So this is from Bee Swarm Leaks, and yeah, you can see there right in the middle of the field. I believe this is located in the pepper patch. You can see that this is like one of the first gifted flowers which has appeared in the game. So this is really, really cool. Like, one, they look really awesome. Like, they look great. But 2, this could potentially mean that there's going to be new fields in the future, maybe. There might be some crazy good fields at some point. There might be a map expansion. All of those possibilities are now open when it comes to having these, like, gifted flowers. And it's going to be really interesting to, like, jump in with everyone's, like, main account or my main account. Oh, we've got a squad here. Hey dudes. And yeah, so jump in with everyone's account and actually like test out these brand new fields. Now, of course, you've got to remember that this is not the only change which is happening here in the game. In that, of course, we do also have the market boost. Now, the market boost is something that we've come across, I think maybe about a month or 2 ago, and we have had codes in the actual game which have given us like test versions of those market boosts. So apparently as well, market boosts have still been worked on. Market boosts are incredible. I think they're going to really, really help to make like honey and pollen for everyone, and potentially just a combination of all these new things together, I think is going to be really, really cool. I'm very excited. Okie dokie, so I think in terms of content and stuff for this particular episode, I think we've pretty much done everything. Like, I think over the course of those 2 videos, we've taken a look at all of the new stuff in the test realm. Currently, we've had like a bit of a teaser as to EggCon 2020 and new content, which is like going to be coming out at some point later on this month. So yeah, just to kind of recap both of those videos together, we are going to be having an EggCon 2020 event in Bee Swarm that should hopefully be updating by tomorrow, which is the 7th. As of right now, I have no idea when the official timeline is. From what I did see though, apparently a few games were updated early, which is totally not what was supposed to happen. Like, I got an email from Roblox, and because I'm part of the STAR program thing, they say, here are the games that are participating, but do not tell anyone until the 7th. It's kind of like a confidentiality thing. So I have no idea why I think there's about 9 games that have updated early, which is really surprising. That should not have happened like today, the 6th, but it has. Unless those games are like from Australia or something. in which case I kind of understand. But hey, so yeah, it's going to be updating hopefully sometime tomorrow. As of when, I'm not too sure. But obviously, as soon as that game updates, we will be in checking out the new Beast One content, and it's going to be amazing. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please remember to poke me in that like button. And if you are not yet subscribed, go for it, because we do Roblox done fun. But until next time, thank you once again for watching. It's been such a pleasure. As always, thanks. And see ya.